Okay, so now that you have been through part one and part two of the Bootstrap Builder, let's actually take what you've done and create something fun, right? Like that's the idea is now you have some exposure about these classes and how they're used to create different components on the site, right? Now, so this work is going to be done out in the public and you're going to create a week 5 folder. Okay, so and inside of there you'll create an index. Now, I say style here, and this is only if you feel like you need to overwrite some of the default styles. I did for mine, but this is not completely required because Bootstrap has so much built in, you probably will find it. Definitely use 3.5 CDN, and you can grab this from what we did on the code alongs, the head part of the HTML. Right. So now choose your own persona, digital resume, fan base. Now, don't choose your topic for Project Zero. We're going to start working on that next week. Just choose something that's fun or, create your own because that's the idea is have fun with this. So what your technical requirements are, you're going to create a nav bar. That shouldn't be a surprise. You can choose what that nav bar says. You don't have to create the pages, just have the nav bars up there and working, making sure you have the idea of what's called the hamburger, right? So that it does change based on the screen resolution. We know how to do that. Right now, you are going to have commits for these things as well. So keep these in mind because this is part of how I'll grade. Have a responsive grid somehow on there. Okay. Create a form, have buttons, right? And again, I'm going to make this optional is to do, I'm going to say this is optional to do this. And then the extra components. So you can also put in a modal. We didn't cover accordion, but it's totally doable. And you could even look on the Bootstrap for how to do that. I did that because I've done it before and it was fun. Use alt or cards, right? So these are the extra ones. So you definitely have to do these, right? Again, this one's going to be optional. And then making sure you have commits, right? So these commits, so make sure you're doing this accordingly because I'll look at that. Okay. Now, in this case, I need to update this. This is once you push that, right? Then we know what this, matter of fact, let me fix that right now. Okay, so I fixed that because it needs to be what you're going to be doing, right? So it needs to be the actual URL because you'll share this, right? So this is how the grading will break down, making sure your all that's there. And again, I'm going to change this because you don't have to do. I mean, it is good to do custom stuff because there are definitely times when Bootstrap only goes so far, and there's a custom color you might want to use, right? So make sure your URL is in there, your grid, the things that we covered before, you have a styled and the extra components are there. Okay. All right. So let me show you what I did. It was actually really fun. I actually used my pillow hack, which is what I've done a lot because I totally have fun with it, right? So I did the nav bar here, just gave some content, and I used the cards here. I ended up using a accordion here, and then I had the form. Okay, so have fun with this, have play with it, enjoy it, and just take what you're learning and build something because that's really how you translate being exposed to something you feel like you can actually do. Okay, have fun and reach out for help if you need on this one.